When it comes to flirting, there are three types of men. The first type doesn't know how to flirt at all. He plays it safe, keeps things friendly, and almost always ends up in the friend zone. The second type also doesn't know how to flirt, but instead of being safe, he's awkward. He tries too hard, says the wrong things, and makes women uncomfortable. The third type understands flirting. He knows how to create attraction naturally without forcing it. If you're watching this video, chances are you're stuck in category 1 or 2. But here's the good news. Flirting is not complicated. In fact, by the end of this video, you'll realize it's much easier than you think, and you'll finally understand why rejection keeps happening. Welcome to your complete guide on how to flirt. This video will break down exactly how flirting works, how to do it correctly, and how to influence the way a woman perceives you so she remembers you as a high-value man, not just another guy chasing her. Pay close attention. This will only take about 10 minutes, but the principles you learn can stay with you for life.
Why flirting matters. Let's start by looking at a conversation with zero flirting. Guy: where are you from? Girl: Melbourne, Australia. Guy: wow, you survived all the deadly animals? Girl: yeah, pretty much. Guy: I heard it's one of the most livable cities. Girl: yeah, it is. Guy: why did you move? And the conversation just keeps going like that. Here's the problem. It's 100% platonic. There's no spark, no tension, no attraction. It might as well be two coworkers talking during lunch. Let's be honest, this guy is going home alone. Best case scenario, nothing happens. Worst case, he's permanently stuck in the friend zone. And that's why flirting is essential. Flirting introduces romantic and sexual intent. It makes her think about you in a different way, not as a buddy, but as a man she could actually be attracted to. So if flirting is what separates just a friend from a potential lover, why are so many guys terrible at it?
The biggest flirting mistake men make. The most common mistake is being too obvious. When you're overly direct, you kill mystery, and when mystery dies, so does excitement. Example: girl: I love sports bras. Guy: I bet you'd look amazing in one. That's not flirting, that's clumsy. Good flirting is subtle. It works through implication, not blunt statements. It leaves things unsaid, which creates intrigue and curiosity. This is also why directly complimenting a woman's looks, especially early on, is usually a bad move. It makes you seem like you're impressed too easily, and it removes any mystery about your intentions. On top of that, being overly sexual too soon puts pressure on her. Most women are socially conditioned to avoid being seen by themselves or others as easy. When you make your intentions too clear, her defense mechanisms kick in. She'll ghost you, she'll make an excuse, or she'll disappear entirely. What you want instead is plausible deniability. For example, I've got a pool table at my place. We can play a bit and see what happens. Both of you know what might happen, but she can tell herself that things just happened. That subtle difference matters.
Friendly versus sexual energy. A lot of guys confuse flirting with friendly banter. Think about how you joke with your male friends. There's teasing, humor, sarcasm, but no sexual undertone. Now compare a high five to holding hands. One is friendly. The other is undeniably intimate. Most men stay in safe, friendly territory because they're afraid of risk. As a result, there's no tension, no spark, no attraction. Flirting requires boldness with subtlety. How to flirt the right way. Earlier, we talked about being too obvious. The solution is simple: be indirect. Let's fix the earlier example. Girl: I love sports bras. Guy: interesting. I tend to like girls who like sports bras. Same message, completely different energy. You're implying attraction without spelling it out, and implication is far more powerful than blunt honesty. When you flirt like this, you don't come across as desperate. You come across as selective, as a man with options. And that leads us to the next concept.
Passing her tests.
Attractive women test men, not because they're cruel, but because they want to see if you're confident. Tests often sound like, "I bet you say that to all the girls. How many women have you slept with? Buy me a drink." If you get defensive or try to explain yourself, you fail. The easiest way to pass is called agree and amplify. Girl, I bet you use that line on everyone. Guy, absolutely. I've got a script and everything. Girl, how many women have you slept with? Guy, today? Not that many. Girl, buy me a drink. Guy, sure. Want my ATM pin too? You're unfazed. That confidence makes you more attractive. Act like you're the prize. Most attractive women are used to being chased. You can flip that dynamic. How? By playfully acting like she's chasing you. Girl, I love sports bras. Guy, hey, don't try to distract me. Girl, want another drink? Guy, I see what you're doing, trying to get me drunk. Girl, stares at you absent-mindedly. Guy, are you always this seductive or am I special? You frame yourself as the prize and her as the one trying to win you over. Push-pull flirting. One of the most powerful flirting techniques is push-pull. You pull her in emotionally, then push her away just a little. Example, you're cute, but I feel like you'd be trouble. Or, you're awesome. You remind me of my little sister. You give, then take away. This emotional contrast keeps her engaged and curious. People value what they don't get too easily. If someone gives everything away with no challenge, attraction fades. Push-pull shows that you're high value and that she has to earn your attention. Blame her playfully. Another fun technique is accusing her, jokingly, of trying to seduce you. If she mentions her apartment, already trying to get me to come over? If she compliments you, careful, that almost worked. Women enjoy this kind of teasing more than you think. Use sexual implication, not explicitness. Never say, "I'm great in bed." Instead, let her connect the dots. If she says, "You're good at making cocktails," look at her and say, "I'm good at a lot of things." She'll understand and want to know more. You can even reverse the using narrative. "Wow, you're already using me. I can see how this ends." It's playful, non-offensive, and subtly sexual. Final thoughts. Flirting is not about lines. It's about energy, implication, and confidence. If you master subtlety, teasing, and emotional tension, attraction becomes natural. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. Take care of yourself, and remember, you can't have light without dark.